I feel so lucky as an author to live in London with so many inspirations. I was living in Australia and New Zealand for 11 years, and I really missed it. You know, I missed the architecture of England, the culture of England. So we moved back, partly because I was going to write full-time. I come from a very literary household, I guess, so I was brought up with a lot of books. My mum used to say I would come in the middle of the night. You know, most kids would have a teddy or something in the middle of the night, and I would bring all my books with me. I would drag all my books. So I've always been a massive reader, and then I've always written journals since my teenage years, emotional poetry. I was a business consultant for 13 years, so most of my writing has been business writing, academic writing, and then I was very unhappy in my job. I was working in the finance industry, implementing financial systems into large corporates, and I just found myself quite empty creatively. So my first non-fiction book I wrote in my 30s about how to enjoy your job. That was the title, because I couldn't actually work out why I didn't enjoy my own job. I would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, right before work. When I decided to write that first book, I didn't even think about publishing at all. And then when I finished, I was like, oh, what do you do now? I did actually send out one query letter to an agent and got an email back, you know, going, we're not interested. And I was like, do you know what? That's crazy. I'm not somebody who wants to ask permission for anything. I'm an entrepreneur. I've always been an entrepreneurial type person. I just don't want to go that route. So what is the other way? So I started to learn about self-publishing at that point. I had self-published before the Amazon tools were available. So I did the print thing. I'd actually printed 2,000 books and couldn't sell them. And I realised that that was because nobody knew I existed. Because I hadn't gone down a traditional route. My book wasn't in bookstores. I didn't exist on the internet. And then Amazon launched the International Kindle. And when the Kindle arrived, it completely changed my own experience as a reader. So when I realised that I could actually publish on this platform, I just went nuts. So I started to publish immediately. When I started doing fiction, that's when things really took off for me, and I went, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. This is the way I'm going to reach people. And funny enough, I mean, even 5-6 years ago, this would not have been possible. This is the internet. This is, you know, Amazon KDP. It's CreateSpace. It's being able to reach readers directly, which just was really hard before all these tools became available. What's happened with the Amazon Kindle is it's just opened up the world to writers connecting directly with readers. And with the royalties, it enabled me to see this is a viable business. And as a pretty highly paid consultant, I wasn't willing to give up my job for much less than being able to do that. So I'm lucky enough now that in 2011, I actually gave up my day job as a financial consultant to become an author entrepreneur. It completely changed my life, actually, being able to do this. I think people have to decide on their definition of success. So for me, now being a New York Times and USA Today bestselling author was a big goal, and to achieve that was amazing. This is my hobby and my job and my passion and my business. This, for me, is everything, and it took me a long time to find the life that I love, but I think I'm really lucky that before the age of 40, I've actually found a life that I can see doing until the day I die.